Oh, where's the mic? Where did I put my mic? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Skylar Dream, and I'm still figuring out an optimal lighting situation that doesn't. I don't feel like moving from this chair, but this corner of the room gets some of the crappiest lighting. Pretty much the lamp is behind me, so if I try to film from here, I'm pretty much backlit. So I just come out as a ominous, shadowy figure. And now I'm trying to figure out where to put my phone so that it can be a light source, but so far we have very little success with figuring out lighting. So working the best with what I got because I am too lazy to move myself. Um, and I'm realizing that the mic has been moving all over the place, so we are going to have inconsistent audience. So this is a great way to kick off the vlog. Not only are we moving our camera or our microphone around like this as if this is going to help anything, we're also starting this vlog on a Tuesday. My lighting's still atrocious, but anyway, I digress. It is late. I do want to film an intro for the vlog before it gets too late and before I end up filming this intro like Friday evening. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Skylar Dream and I am a self-taught digital artist, crocheter, and small business owner. And past it is. I've just been dead tired and I had to pretty much talk myself into filming the intro for this vlog. Um, Monday, I don't know what it was about Monday, but I think maybe another heat exhaustion day. I have no idea what happened Monday. I'm blanking. But did sit myself down just long enough to get some progress done uh, on the twink, and we managed to get his socks done yesterday. Today, I started working on his hair, but did not. I was not able to finish it. Today, which has just been such a hectic day. I got home late from work, and then I had to take care of a few things for my mom, and got a new jacket out of it, and ice cream. But did have a couple of chores that ended up getting done later in the evening, much later than usual. And so, yeah, kind of been a bit of a rough Tuesday. I was just exhausted Monday. I can't even begin to explain why. But Tuesday, just been very hectic, very busy. Thankfully, I managed to squeeze some time to get started on the twink. And this week, the goal is to finish all three of the boys in terms of rendering, cleaning, and typesetting. So that way I can prep their files to send out to a manufacturer by this weekend. And I will have to sit down with some of my older files and look through some of my older artwork so that I can get prints of them as well. Because I do have quite a few works that I would love to get as prints. I just need to pull out the right files and um, do some adjustments to their files. So yeah, goal for this week is wrap up all three of the boys so that way I can begin placing orders to manufacturers. And the thing is, if I want them to arrive on time, at the very latest, I need to send them by this weekend, if not Monday. But yeah, goal is to get all the files prepped and ready to go, which I am struggling with time management this week apparently, but we are going to do our best to make sure at the very least we have those 3 stickers ready for Anime Fuse. And once this weekend is over, the primary focus will be crochet, so the crochet will be making its comeback to the channel. So yeah, I've been so focused on illustration work primarily because I have this deadline of getting things to a manufacturer, so that's the reason I've been drawing a lot. And haven't really been getting much on camera and just shoving the vlogs full of speed paints, but I digress. Main goal for this week is making sure those all get done. Anything illustration related gets done in time to send out to manufacturers. So that is going to be the primary goal for this week, and then I'll be able to take a break from once all those orders are placed, I'll be able to take a quick little break from illustrations and just focus on some crochet work. And yeah, that's just a quick little brief welcome back or update for Tuesday, I guess, as well. So yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbering and I'm gonna put down this camera because it is getting late and I should get rest before. And apparently, exhaustion and um late nights make me very blabbery. So I'm just gonna end Tuesday right here, and I'll see you guys in the next few days. I was close to finishing the emotional support twink this evening, but while I was working on his hair the first time around, I realized I didn't really quite like how it turned out. So just to give you guys a better look. So right now I am actually working on redoing his hair a little bit. And I'm not sure if you'll see much of a difference, to be completely honest. But this is what his hair looked like from the first round. I actually don't even know if it's going to be visible from the viewfinder. But this is what his hair looks like from my first attempt. It doesn't look bad, but I'm not exactly a huge fan of it either. So I am redoing it just for like my own sake. And I feel like there's a little bit more going on and kind of like giving more to that textured look. I don't know if maybe just overlaying it, but yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the first attempt looks good, but it's not quite it. So I do want to try a second time, and part of the reason I haven't deleted that layer yet is because I think there's still potential in it if this doesn't work out. So I am touching up his hair again. If anything, at the very latest, he should be done by tomorrow, and tomorrow I can get started on cleaning up all the boys if I'm good and I actually sit myself down to work. And yeah, so he's almost done. He's almost there. And I think I'm also going to start looking into different fonts I can potentially use, and tomorrow is going to be Thursday, so preferably, if I can, I want to make sure that I am getting the coloring, or rather the rendering on his hair, done by tomorrow, and any cleanup across all three of them done by tomorrow, and selecting the fonts that I'm going to use for them. Then I'm probably just going to move them over into not Affinity. I'm going to be moving them over to Affinity Photo Studio. I don't know why I was tripping on that, but I'm going to be moving them over to Affinity Photo Studio for any color corrections, converting them into the file formats that I need. I'm kind of debating on sending these to Sticker Disorder, but if I recall correctly from my Sticker App review, I believe Sticker App, I prefer the colors Sticker App came out with so maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to go with Vinyl Disorder. Decisions, but I'm going to focus on getting the boys done over the next couple of days so I can begin placing those orders, and I need to pull out my drive so that I can start also collecting the other pieces that I want to send out to a printer. So we are getting there. I have been on the lazy side and just have not had the energy to pick up the camera. So, good news, there is progress being made behind the scenes that I have just not been recording, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put down the camera, because one of the things I've noticed is that when I'm holding the camera, the footage comes out a little bit more on the shaky side versus if I just set it down, and I think this might actually help it quite a bit. But anyway, I haven't been on the very good side of things when it comes to vlogging, just have not had the energy the past few days to pick up the camera, but I have been drawing in the background, and good news, we have reached the stage where I can begin setting up all of the files for orders, so, set up the files for manufacturers. So, I've come to terms with the fact that at the very least, I'll have the 3 emotional support gays. And then I'm kind of debating on Valco, but at the same time, I don't really want to put a separate order in for Valco. But we shall see. Really depends if I can get all of these files set up and sent out and ordered out by either today or at the earliest tomorrow morning. We will see. We shall see. But I digress. Good news, I am beginning to set up the files for my manufacturers, and I'll be 100% honest, as much as I want to give Vinyl Disorder a try, like, it's very difficult to justify going with Vinyl Disorder when you look at the price points between Vograce, Sticker App, and Vinyl Disorder. So, out of 3 of them, Sticker App I think is going to be the most expensive, because even so 25 pieces, that's going to be $37 through Sticker App, or 50 pieces, that's going to be $54, so that's a little over $1 each per sticker made, versus Vinyl Disorder, which they do have a sale by the looks of it, and then for 50 stickers, it's $44.89, so that brings down the price quite significantly, so just a little under $1 per sticker. And like, as much as I want to give Vinyl Disorder a shot, it's kind of hard to justify spending, let's say I go with 25. The only thing I will say with Vinyl Disorder, it's kind of difficult to set up really a custom amount. But anyway, given that I have 3 designs and let's say I get 25 of each, that's going to be $23.63 for 25 per, so $23.63 times 3, so that's roughly going to be around $69-$70, just to give a nice little round number. Yeah, I did my math right. So it's going to be around $70 for 75 stickers, which isn't a bad deal. But it's kind of hard to justify it when you look at Vograce's, and like I can get so the way Vograce works, so each set is made up of 10 stickers. So if I get 12 sets, I'm going to get 120 stickers. And within those 120 stickers with 3 designs, I can split it up so that I can get 40 of each design within 1 order. And to be completely honest, it's kind of hard. It's vinyl stickers. I've been ordering vinyl stickers now that I think about it. Okay, sorry, I got distracted because I realized the other thing I also need to check is I thought I was ordering matte stickers, but I've just been ordering regular vinyl stickers through Sticker App. But anyway, that's a different topic, because one of the things I did mention in one of the previous videos was I thought I was ordering matte from Vograce. Apparently I wasn't. That's my bad. Yeah, so Vograce has not been matte stickers. Sticker App has been a matte sticker.
But anyway, back on topic. It's kind of hard to justify trying out vinyl disorder or sticker wrap when you look at the fact that you can get 120 stickers for $43.44. I mean, you're still gonna pay shipping and handling, but it's true of the other two as well. You're eventually gonna pay shipping and handling on top of like the price of the stickers. So yeah, kind of difficult to justify going with the other two, because the other two I'll be spending just under $100 for 75 stickers versus Vogue Race, where I'll be spending under $50 for 120 stickers. And not to mention, Vogue Race is very generous when it comes to sending in extras as well. So yeah, gonna end up with a shit ton of these stickers, but it's still a better price in my opinion. And worst comes to worst, eventually they'll just hit a discount bin if anything. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to like justify going with vinyl disorder when you have this price with Vogue Race for a lot more stickers. And again, it's going to be 75, like closer to $70 for 75 stickers, which is not a bad price, all things considered. But versus Vogue Race, like, yeah, like it's kind of hard to justify like $70 versus under 50. So I guess your girl is going to be sticking with Vogue Race a little longer until she can fully justify going with either vinyl disorder or sticker wrap. The only reason I ordered anything through sticker wrap last time was because of, like, I panicked. That was the main reason I went with sticker wrap. Otherwise, I probably would have gone with vinyl disorder if they actually sent within the window I needed it. But maybe what I needed was the die cut stickers, because they got custom die cut sticker, vinyl. Oh, they got clear stickers. Tracing, writing paper, washi stickers, brushes gold, brush silver, craft paper stickers, mirror stickers, prismatic stickers, glitter, holographic. Doesn't seem like they have matte specifically, but they do have vinyl. So all the stickers I've been ordering through Vogue Race have been vinyl. And the stickers, I'm aiming 3 inches, 12 sets. So yeah, 43, 44 for 3-inch vinyl stickers, and that's going to be 120 stickers with a total for 40 for each design. And if I do 10, it's not the main reason I was thinking 12 sets is because it divides evenly. Otherwise, I would have gone with like 9 sets. But if you do 9 sets, like, it doesn't make sense to do 9 sets when literally just go to 12, and it's a good price. It's a good price. It's a really good price. Going with more. I don't know if that's the best business move, but again, I'd actually be saving money if I buy more with Vogue Race. I'd be saving a lot more if I just buy more. The only thing is that it comes down to storage. But anyway, we're gonna stick with Vogue Race. And in terms of current progress, I am in the middle of converting all my files from RGB to CMYK. And notably, Twink is duller than his original, so this, let me just go ahead and pull them up really quick so you guys can see what the color difference looks like. I don't know if the camera will pick it up well, but hello, did you do the thing? Are you doing the thing? We're doing the thing. Okay. So let me go ahead and pull up all the boys, and then thankfully the only one that doesn't seem to have gotten a drastic change is the emotional support cat boy. But this is the Twink. Let me go ahead and pull him out really quick so you guys can see him side by side. But this is what he looks like with an RGB color scale. And then when you put him side by side with the CMYK conversion, which I don't think it'll let me by the looks of it. No, it will not let me. Okay, let's do this instead. Let me just minimize CSP, and you'll see what I mean if I can. Do I know how to use my software? Probably not. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, but we'll just go ahead and pull him aside to the side. So I'm not sure if it's as easy to see in the viewfinder, but for me in person, there's a notable difference. The CMYK version of the file, which is the one on the right, you can tell that it's a little bit duller compared to its original. In my opinion, the twink isn't really as noticeable, but it's there. Like, you can notice the subtle shift. It's not as bad with the twink. Emotional support Catboy, I think, is the one that literally probably didn't experience the worst change. If anything, he's still pretty close to his original, so I'm not really too worried about him. So yeah, like if you look at both of them side by side, like their swaps aren't all too bad. Like the conversion didn't affect him all too bad. He's pretty close to his original. He is a little duller. He's not as saturated. He isn't as saturated, but again, not as bad as the other two. Because he's got a little bit more of a warmer tone on the left compared to the right, but it's not as noticeable. Now, where it's extremely noticeable is going to be with the femboy. Again, I don't know if the viewfinder is actually gonna, or if the camera is actually gonna pick up the change in color as well as if I were to just show you guys. I should probably screen capped it, but we're here already. But the more noticeable difference is in the femboy. Like, you'll notice that the one on the left, the original, is a lot more saturated, and the saturation is the most noticeable when you look at the pink and the purple. Yellow, arguably not the worst, but you can definitely tell that the saturation in her color or his color palette took the worst hit. Specifically that pink. That pink got the worst of it. The yellow isn't too bad. The purple looks very dull. It's not as bright as the original, but I feel like the femboy is where you actually see how the drastic change in the color. The other two aren't as bad. If anything, I will need to touch up the emotional support twink a little bit more. But Catboy, I'm probably not even going to touch him. And maybe just a little small minor adjustment, but that's about it. Like, Catboy doesn't really need it drastically. Twink might need a little bit. Femboy, actually, I need to figure out how to swap out the colors, because that is such a horrible pink. Like, if I could nudge it closer to a pastel pink, that would be the most preferred outcome. But this is the update. The stickers are getting converted, and I'm getting them ready for a printer. So that's the good news. And then at some point in the evening, I will be taking out my my external drive and going through other prints that I want to turn into postcards as well. I'm undecided if whether or not I will do larger prints. If I do larger prints, maybe at most 15 copies of each print I decide to turn into a large print, just to test the waters. But for right now, priority is getting the postcards and getting the stickers ordered. So right now, I'm gonna wrap up converting the files for the stickers and getting them ready for Vogue Race, and then likewise I will take some time, figure out which illustrations I want to turn into prints, and begin adjusting the color preference profiles for those. And because the stickers are going to Vogue Race, they will be using the Japan 2001 coded profile for the prints, because I will more than likely go with either cap print or overnight prints. Those are going to be using some sort of RGB, or not RGB, but some sort of American standard. But yeah, that is the update on the file conversions, and thankfully I managed to get something within my arbitrary schedule. So I can say job well done on that front. So yeah, this is the progress.
It is now Sunday evening, and good news, all the files are prepped to place the next order of stickers with Vogue Race. So they are ready to go ahead and send off. And I just realized when I placed the order for the lads myth charms, I only placed an order for 25, and I don't know if that's going to be enough for this convention. So I'm also thinking of squeezing in another order of 25 acrylic charms for the event as well. So if anything, I think I'm going to get a couple of stickers and a couple of more of those acrylic charms as well, or rather they're epoxy charms. So I'll probably put in an order for the epoxy charms as well, so that I have extras while I'm at Anime Fuse, and really hoping that they do well. And yeah, I'm kind of like in that position where I don't know if ordering more is going to be a good move or not. It is Love and Deep Space, so now that I'm actually going to be selling these at a convention center, that they will perform better when they're in an audience that will actually know where the characters are from and are familiar with who they are. So I'm hoping they'll do better. And I'm thinking right now it's a 2-day event, so 25 for one day and then 25 for another day is what I'm trying to rationalize, but I'm still a little bit undecided. I'm probably going to sit on it tomorrow and determine whether or not I'll be getting the epoxy charms along with the stickers. But for right now, the stickers are there and ready to go. Um, I'm going to get 40 of each sticker at the right now. So if anything, just to lower the cost a little bit per sticker. So if I get 12 sets, then it actually comes out cheaper than if I were to do the initial 9 sets that I was thinking about. Because funny enough, I think if I go with 9 sets, it's like 45, $50. If I end up going with 12 sets, it actually brings it down to 43. So it's actually cheaper if I go with 12 sets rather than 9, especially since it's just at the cusp. But yeah, I'm gonna be placing order stickers and epoxy charm stickers possibly tomorrow. Again, epoxy charms I'm still debating on because I don't know if bringing a total of 50 epoxy charms to this convention is going to be worth it or if it's going to be overkill. But again, I'm kind of having faith in the fact that this is going to be an anime convention and not just some generic market, and that these charms will perform better when they're put into a playing field where the audience will know who the characters are. So that's what I'm kind of banking on. I also started looking through my hard drive and finding other illustrations that I do want to turn into prints, and I'm debating on bringing along larger prints as well. So we shall see. I just need to finish some file prepping for tomorrow. I don't think it's going to take me too miserably long, but yeah, still need to prep the files for the prints, and I'll hop onto that tomorrow. And I have like a couple that I do want to turn into prints, and I'm also debating if I want to make a couple into larger prints as well and test the waters on that front as well. Maybe a couple of 8 by 10 prints, nothing too exaggeratedly large. But yeah, just a couple of things that I'm considering before I place the orders. And more than likely, I will begin placing orders tomorrow. And yeah, we are within the time frame that I wanted to get orders submitted. So hopefully everything does come in on time. And yeah, that is the Sunday update. And I should probably wrap things up because I made a deal with the devil and with, I agreed to go to sleep at 11 so that a certain someone would eat breakfast. So yeah, now my sleep schedule is tied to somebody else's eating schedule, and we are holding each other to it. So yeah, we needed to kind of wrap up the vlog very quickly this evening, and it is last I checked 10:30, so I should be wrapping things up, and I'm pretty sure he's counting things down right now. So yeah, um, that wraps up this week. I now need to be a good girl and stick to a proper sleep schedule just so that somebody eats. That's where I'm at right now. But it's worth it. I'm more than happy to do it if it means he gets food in his system. So, yeah, that is my life now. Anyway, um, yeah, so I need to go get ready for bed and just to make sure somebody gets a meal. So that was the deal. I'm amused by it, and I'm actually happy that this could make a positive change in someone's life. So we're actually we're actually fixing my sleep schedule and his eating schedule. So that's where we're at right now. And yeah, so if anything, I need to get ready for bed, and I'll see you guys in next week's vlog. Good night.